Starting the stream. There we go. Bye, Hurdle. Starting the stream because I'm saying it a second time for some fucking reason because I'm fucking quirky like that. Alright. It's all working. It's all good. Hey, Matt. I think we're set. Yeah, I think we're set. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Gorilla Stream Monkey. So, I wanted to get in a quick stream. Not only because there's some things that I just want to talk about, as you can probably tell by the stream title, but I also want to very quickly apologize. God damn it. What do you want, dog? I want to very quickly apologize on the behalf of my internet provider because fucking, what was it? Friday, you know, the day I was supposed to stream. I'll explain in a second. I'll explain, but I want to very quickly say fucking Friday, the day I was supposed to start streaming Fear and Hunger, yeah? Something happened at my internet provider. Both of them, by the way, because I have two internet routers. Just in case one goes down, we have a backup. Both of them had an incident to where I was told their wires got cut, but I don't know how true that is. But something happened to where both of the internets didn't go fully down, but was slow as fuck. So I couldn't stream. I couldn't even get work done. I could barely talk on Discord. So I couldn't even get my fucking work finished. So I am currently behind on my project work, which is why I haven't even streamed yesterday. I have been basically doing catch-up this whole time. And I think I'm gonna actually be doing catch-up for the rest of this month. So, this is going to be a very quick Gorilla stream where I just talk about things that are on my mind. Because I've had a couple things in my mind that I just want to get out into the world. Which, like Edge of Sleep, because I recently finished that show. I'll explain to it. I'll explain it in a minute. But yeah, so basically don't expect streams for the rest of October. I'm gonna try to stream on Wednesday still at noon. Like how I usually do, like what's in my fucking channel description, just so I have something for y'all, so you guys have some sort of content. But don't expect it any other day. I'm very simply just doing this to give you all an update, pretty much. Whoa! So I apologize for that. But I do want to talk about The Edge of Sleep. And there's also another movie that I watched. So, I watched The Edge of Sleep, yesterday. Or, was it yesterday? No, it wasn't yesterday. It was... I tapped your fucking car. Will you settle down? You mean so we can't guilt you in with our... Ah, fuck! Sir, please piss off. I am very busy.
Yeah, go ahead. Shoot at a fucking...
Ow! You fucking... Alright, that's it. Come on out of the car. Come out of the car. Get out of the car.
I'm fucking done.
Shut up.
Reports have confirmed the suspect is still in the area. Suspect has disappeared. All units on site continue searching the area.
Jesus Christ. Alright, we gotta go fucking find our bastard. So, yeah, I watched... That's off. I watched The Edge of Sleep, 2-3 days ago. With just a bunch of mates. Only entertainment from Matt, and you deny it to him. Listen, no, guys, look, I'm not trying to be a dick, I swear. Look, here's the price. So, you're gonna be stripped of entertainment for now, but that means you won't be stripped of entertainment at the end of the month when I give you guys this fantastical, amazing video. I promise you. Alright, so The Edge of Sleep. It's a new show that came out recently.
Calling all NCPD subcons. Suspected organized crime activity reported on Skyline South.
No, I'm glad there was another crime to distract them from my crime of killing a police officer. So,
extortion, kidnapping, and first-degree murder. Night City authorities offering a
yeah, I don't care. So The Edge of Sleep is a brand new show that just came out. I can't fucking... I'm sure you've heard of it. It stars Markiplier. So that's probably how you've heard of it. There hasn't been, from my understanding, there hasn't been any, like... advertisements for it? Or, like, marketing done yet? I don't know. I'm not entirely versed in the whole story. But it's on Prime and it's only available in America. So one of my European friends was like, hey, you wanna stream it for us? And it was during the day that my internet was fucking up. So, you know, it was a fun time then. But God, it was a pain in the ass. But we watched it that day and I just want to talk about it because, hey buddy.
Have you come to finish me off?
No, just here to reset you.
Because the show isn't...
Guess I'll have to do it myself.
Whoa.
I'm not out to hurt you.
Well, I am.
Why? Why decommiss yourself?
Because I'm a damn car in a world of humans. Ugly as sin, no prospects for the future, intimidated on the streets by punks like you?
There are other ways out besides suicide.
What? Therapy? A colossal waste of time. Shrinks hate vehicles. We don't have mothers.
Could
Oh
go
my
back
God.
into the fold. Rejoin the network. You know, one big happy family.
Delamain detests me.
That is such a horrible thing to say. All the things, fucking daddy issues? No.
Listen, from suicide, ain't no coming back. It's always worth looking for a better way.
You patronize me because I'm a car. I'm not like you.
A body's just a body. You exist. You think the world gets you down. Don't see how we're any different.
So, you'd offer this advice to a human in my place?
Yes.
Gotta try to come to terms with this thing called life, Del. One wheel revolution at a time.
Fine, I'll go back.
Control of the vehicle restored, and I thank you.
Ought to show this one some love. Just saying.
Apologies, I simply don't understand, and fear I've no time to ask. Other more urgent tasks require my attention.
You're an absent father. That's what I mean.
I see. Anyway, a share of your fee has been...
Anyway. I want to watch this car leave. I don't want to leave with it just still teetering on the brink of death. Please, go back. Go. Oh! Well. Lesson learned. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So, yes, The Edge of Sleep is it's an interesting case for me because I'm going to stay as spoiler free as I can for the very start. If you want to watch it, go right ahead. You can now watch. Actually, the ad break isn't even over yet. I'm gonna hold off for a second. What could we get? Intelligence, Level you up. Ooh. Yeah, it's kind of nice. Level 32. Alright. Everyone back? Am I good to keep talking about this? I think we're good. So, The Edge of Sleep, it's an interesting case for me. Because I'm gonna give the show, so far, Season 1, 5 out of 10. I don't think the show is bad at all. And I don't want to even give the impression that I think it's bad. I think the show is actually good. It's just...
We have a gig. You need to retrieve a car. At the moment, a 6th car. See the attachment.
I don't think the show is bad. I think it's good by every right. It's just a very bumpy road. And if you wanna go into the show blind, like I'll tell you the straight premise. It's an eldritch horror thriller show. And there's a reason I say eldritch. I went into the show blind. I didn't know what to expect, so I was going off of simply like how the acting was done, how things were portrayed. And I won't say it was perfect, but I also won't say it's bad. It's like one of those things. The show is good, but there are rough moments, which can drag down the show for a lot of people. You know how it is, like, when something's good, you don't notice it, but when something's bad, you do notice it, because that's just kind of how it is. Like, you can tell when something's not good, even if you don't know why. It's a lot easier to tell that something's not good than when something is good, because there's actually quite a lot of moments in the show that are actually pretty freaking good. Some of them were done very well, in my opinion. But you just wouldn't think about it as much as you would about the rougher stumbles in the writing. And I want to talk about that writing, because you guys know me, I have experience in this avenue, and I want to talk about the things that they could do better, because I don't think this show, you can feel the passion in the show. You can genuinely feel the passion in it. Just because there are rough moments, you can still feel that there was a lot of effort put into it, and that they want to do it well, they want to do it justice. And I think the show has potential. Same with the people involved with the show. The acting, it's good, but I don't think it's great. I think that there's avenues that they could work on, but I think that they have their heart set in the right place. The same with the writers, same with the directors. I think that they have...
Hey, you! Sitting in the wrong spot.
Wait, why are you telling me to go back outside? Wait. Where is this?
Get up. Let's take a walk. Hey, leave him alone, cabrones. V!
Hey.
Go teach these assholes how to behave in my bar. Hey, back off. Ain't your biz here. Stay out.
You heard what Pepe said. Take a fucking walk.
June, fuck off. Or I implant my blade in your ribs.
Really? Wonder what Mama Wells would say. What'd she do when she sees you two gonks fucking up her joint? My bet's she'd whip out her shotgun, blast your heads off.
Hey, come on, Pedro. That worth it. Don't work out. Yo, fuck you! Carajo. Fucking punk.
So what just happened?
Landed in a little trouble. Cleaned up now.
God damn, sorry. I think I've had a little too much. Fuck, what a night. Why'd you help me?
I don't like trouble.
You would have caught a beating. Worse.
This fucking town, these people? Just here, minding my own business. If it weren't for you, I'd... Here, for your trouble. The rest, bartender got the rest.
Circling him like sharks on the scent of fresh corporal blood.
Could have ended badly if you hadn't stepped in, V.
Yeah, well, not all heroes wear capes.
How about we drink to you then? On the house.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Won't say no to a free drink.
To good fortune and prosperity.
Long day?
Could say that again. I'm on a double. No break.
Working overtime,
Oh.
you make an extra buck?
Nah, just don't want to go home.
Oh, I feel
10
that.
years married, you know? 10 years and suddenly I'm not good enough. No, she has to go get some side action. Anyhow, since you brought up...
Oh.
You wouldn't be looking for a gig, would you, V? Pay solid.
Okay. You know, I was gonna say keep talking because I thought it was unrelated to the marriage,
seem
but then it says
confused.
this. And now suddenly I'm very hesitant, but keep talking.
Run me through it.
It's about my wife, right?
Okay,
Name's
well.
Cynthia. She's cheating. Damn sure of it. Only question is, who will? Could let it eat away at me. Or I could get someone like you. Ain't no more than an evening's work.
Sure she's cheating on you?
Let's start with the fact that she always stays late after work. I know she's lying. Called her office one night, she wasn't even there. Besides that, well, we got a kid together, right? Doesn't even look like me. Different hair, different eyes, all of it. Used to be easy to check these things, but with today's tech, there's a way around every test now.
Huh. Why do you want to know? That's a little obvious.
Gonna have to keep tabs on your wife. Follow her around town. Where'd she be now?
She works nearby. I'll give you the address. Knowing her, she'll be on a smoke break. Smokes like a goddamn tire fire.
Like half this city.
Wait. But today, she was wearing a pink jacket. And, she had a blue purse, I think.
Colorful.
Always like dressing up. Get a woman something nice for her birthday, anniversary. And what do you get in return?
A blowjob. Sorry.
Why do you want to know who she's with? What's the point?
What's the point? What kind of gunk question is
Look,
that?
it did give me another option.
I want to look him in the eyes. Ask him how it feels fucking some other guy's wife. Breaking up a happy marriage.
Doesn't sound happy, I'm sure. Alright.
Okay, fine, I'm in.
You're my hero, V. Means a lot to me.
I just want to give the man closure at least. Alright, this ain't the one I'm worried about though. I want to speak to this man. So, I'll give y'all some breathing room. Because if you want to watch the show, like, I know it's not out. It's only out, like, on Prime in America right now. So I don't want to spoiler it too early on. So I'll give you some leeway. I do want to talk about a movie that I did watch last night as well.
No, V. V, you never learn, do you?
Is it chat time? Come on, hit me
Fuck
with
do
those
you
pearls of
want?
wisdom. Get this over with.
You laugh, but 50 years in purgatory? Enough
The
time
Edge
to
of Sleep,
get his head
that
on
show.
straight. Come to some conclusions.
But I do want to talk
Mainly-
about the horror movie that I watched with a couple
People
friends
don't
last night.
change, especially not
Banger
people like
fucking
Kirk.
movie. This one I actually do highly recommend. It's also a horror movie. And fair warning, it is a body horror movie. So if that's not your shtick, if it's gonna make you throw up, you know, maybe give it a pass. But I do highly recommend it. It's a very, very good movie. Like 9 out of 10. I'll give it high praise. It's one of those things too where they zoned in on one thing, got rid of all the fluff, and then just did that perfectly. It's just so good. Like, genuinely.
Think I don't know? Am I lending Kirk cred for a new Kuroshi? Are we going into biz
Like,
together? No.
I gotta, what was the name of it? It was called The Substance.
When did you transition to a salesperson?
Gotta find where
When did you
Stick it up the
transition
joint
to a
and
salesperson?
walk.
I always am. Sales is just knowing how to talk to
Came
people,
up in
bro.
these streets, John.
What's the difference between that and streaming?
Sure.
But I give it a high recommendation. If you guys ever get the chance, I think it's actually still in theaters. And I've been told by the person that wanted to show us all this. she said, like, it hits different in theaters. So, for real, y'all, watch it in theaters if you can. So The Substance, this one I really don't want to give any spoilers, but I will say, oh yeah, I'll say it, because, it's established within, like, the first 3 minutes of the movie. So, the theme that it handles is, like, its theme is beauty, basically. And it handles specifically the idea of women who have their beauty as an asset, but, like, how they have to handle their beauty changing as they age, basically. Like, it's the mental process of having to face the fact that your asset is degrading compared to younger women, and you're not gonna get as much work. It's set in LA, like, obviously. It's Hollywood. They're looking for the fucking nicest piece of meat they can find, no matter who it is or what's going on. No loyalties. It's basically tackling that whole subject, and it is so good, because I've never had to like deal with that in my life, obviously, and I dealt with like having my own self-perception pretty early on in life, so I didn't have to go through it much later after I've already set in stone pretty much who I am. So the movie is just so well written and cinematized and just portrayed and acted to where if you do know that feeling, you feel seen. And if you don't know that feeling, you understand it on a different level than you did before. Like, it goes from, like, sympathy that you can, like, if you know someone going through it, it goes from you showing them sympathy to you showing them empathy. Because it shows it so well, and it makes you feel it in such a way, and it's so good. And I'm pretty sure you understand why I said it was body horror too. Like, you could probably already see where it's going. So, The Substance. If you can't handle body horror, you know, give it a pass. But it's a horror movie, and I highly recommend that you guys just give it a watch. If you can watch it in theaters, go right ahead. Fucking for real. Get a ticket, go out to it. If you can't, fucking, I don't know, pirate it or something. I don't know. I mean, like, don't pirate it, because, like, the VFX is fucking amazing. The acting is astonishing. The storytelling is fantastic. I also love how, like, it gets directly into the shit. Like, it doesn't fluff around with any fluff. It doesn't play around in a mess for a second. It doesn't give you filler content. It goes straight into it, and it fucking sits there and lets it simmer and rot, and it is just it's so good. 9 out of 10.
Been a while.
You gonna pay me back?
Holy shit, barely recognized.
Yeah, you're
You
gonna
haven't
barely
changed.
recognize yourself when I'm done with
Not
you.
a single bit.
Huh. Well, you know me. I'm old-fashioned like that. Slow and steady wins the race, huh? So come on, sit down. I'll spill you the deets.
Fuck it, I'm gonna go through with this whole gig.
Start talking.
All right. Listen,
But
job's simple. Got a van.
now it's on to The Edge of Sleep.
Brimming with tourists for fat digits.
If you want to watch The Edge of
Drive to
Sleep
the border
blind,
tomorrow, but
like, I highly recommend The Substance watching that blind.
you feel me?
Banger.
Specifics.
If you want to watch The Edge of Sleep blind, that's up to you. You
Military
might want to click off the stream, or like pass up on the stream, pass up on the VOD if you're watching this right now. If you haven't watched it yet,
Belong to?
Jesus, V, who the
go right
fuck
ahead and pass
cares?
up on here,
Once
because I'm
we
going to be
take
getting into the
it's
nitty gritty
ours.
of all the details.
So, can I count on you or not?
Yeah, I'm in. I wasn't listening because I honestly don't care. You're gonna betray me, and then I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Fuck it. It's worth a shot at least. Count me in.
Oh, it's true, all right. Anyways, send you the coords. See you at the spot.
I'm gonna
Later.
fucking kill you. This is just gonna give me a reason to kill you. That's all it is. So The Edge of Sleep, as I did say, it is a show on Prime right now, only available in America. Fucking, you probably heard of it from Markiplier, because he stars in the main cast.
CD Barr's
Not the main cast, he is the protagonist.
Sounds like something out of a pulpy noir thriller. Pepe was used to listening to his customers' complaints, but now it was he who needed to get something off his chest. It was the same old story. An unfaithful wife in a city where everything was uncertain.
You about done? I'm trying to focus.
You shut the fuck up, Johnny. That was good, though. He's gone. That was good. But shut the fuck up. So, as I did say before, the show is in a weird spot because you can feel the passion, you can feel the effort and the drive in the... Okay, alright, fine, fine. Fucking... There we go. I don't know why I kept missing him. You know what? You're getting a synapse burnout. Alright. Are you fucking... Alright, cool. What is this? What is that? How do I get in there? Nope. I don't know. Stormtrooper confirmed. Listen. Alright, so. It is in this weird spot. And honestly don't know how to start the whole shtick. So it's an Eldritch horror, but it doesn't it doesn't really give that impression immediately. It's fine. It doesn't really give that impression immediately. And my biggest impression was basically how the acting was done. And that may be a little confusing, but it really depends on the dialogue and how it's like portrayed through the actors. And I'm not gonna say they're the best actors, because I mean Markiplier is a YouTuber. I think most of them are just content creators. I'm not sure. I genuinely don't know. But it took some of them to actually get used to their role. Like, later on, the acting gets much, much better than the start, where it can kind of sound monotone. Okay, buddy. It can just sound kind of monotone and dead. And first I thought that was actually, like, I didn't subtract points, because it can very much be intentional that you do it like that. It sounded more naturalistic.
Get the bitch!
And it's not a bad thing. Like, naturalistic very much has a place. There we go. So naturalistic has a place. Just in general, like, not even just for, like, a good example would actually be Smiling Friends, if you guys have watched the show. It's very naturalistic dialogue, and if you don't know the difference is basically written dialogue, like normal dialogue that you usually hear, where it's like perfect dialogue. Like, it's not something people would usually, like, how they would speak IRL. It says what it needs, it gets it out of the way, and it sometimes gets a little more, like, fluffed and sensational. And then there's realistic dialogue, where the dialogue sounds realistic, but it still doesn't have, like, the pauses or the stutters, like how when I'm going on my autistic rants, the constant, that right there was actually a perfect example. It doesn't have any of those. And then there's naturalistic dialogue, where it has those stutters. It genuinely sounds like this was recorded as a conversation between people. And Smiling Friends is a perfect example of naturalistic dialogue. It has these insane situations that sounds like two genuine, real people are just having a conversation in broad daylight about it. Like, it's impressive. It is an actual talent to be able to talk about something that isn't realistic in a dead serious realistic tone. And it's also not something that you can really convey through scripted means. You kind of just have to give the people the gist of the conversation and where you want it to go, and then just let them talk. Like, it is not something that you can...
Greetings, blue balls and chat.
It is not something that you can just convey through script. You really gotta, like... You really gotta just let them loose. Let your actors loose and let them just talk. Like, for me as a writer, like, putting words down on a page writer, it's pretty much impossible for me to do naturalistic dialogue. Like, you can't convey the stuttering without making it so fucking hard to read, genuinely. Like, it's a pain in the ass to read it. So, that's where I thought The Edge of Sleep was going. I thought it was going to be naturalistic, and I like, the only thing I knew about the show was it was horror and thriller. I didn't even know it was Eldritch. So I thought it was going to be grounded, realistic. Now that I do know it's Eldritch, I'm honestly not sure. Because at first I thought it was intentional. Then as the show went on and it got more into these, like, mystical elements, I thought, oh, okay, so then it was a mistake. But then I realized that it was full-on Eldritch. It could go either way, genuinely. So I don't want to say it's a bad thing. I'm kind of leaning towards it was the actors not really feeling their characters at the start of the show, because then later on they do actually get more comfortable with their role, which is just kind of like a natural thing. It happens. But that is how I feel. But I don't think it's entirely bad for the naturalistic feeling, because one of the biggest things of, like, Lovecraftian eldritch horror is the fact that it is an everyday person or people dealing with these things beyond our comprehension. And I very much think that was also intentional, basing on how some of the scenes are written and how some of the actors had to be portrayed. Based off of the writing, specifically, not based off of the acting. So I don't want to deduct points specifically for it sounding naturalistic, because it is an interesting avenue you could take the show. Because, you know, that is an intention of Eldritch Horror. But there was an element of the acting kind of feeling flat. And it's not necessarily an issue. I think it's just an issue of everyone not really having experience, as I did say, just in general with acting, and also experience with just their characters, because they do get better, so on, but it does make it feel a little rough. I will not lie. And with the writing itself, genuinely my thesis for the writing in the show, I looked up the actors. I don't know how many projects they've been on total. I know they've been on a few, but this genuinely does feel like one of their first bigger projects. Actually, hold on, I'm gonna look up the budget. I'm actually curious. The Edge of Sleep budget. Because the show, as I have said, now that's a review. I don't give a shit. I want the budget. Give me the budget. Oh my fucking god. Wait, what? Why is Unus Annus on IMDb? What the fuck? Hold on, I'm going down a rabbit hole. No. No. Give me the budget. Oh my fucking god. 8.2 out of 10 on IMDb. That's actually impressive. I would not rate that. I would not rate it that high. So, basically, you can feel the passion, but it's rough. And I think it's basically one of their first bigger projects they're doing. It is simply... I don't want to say skill issue, because that's just mean. It is simply just a lack of experience. And genuinely, like, it sound... I hate saying it, too, whenever, like, I have to give advice to someone. Because it's such a non-solution to the issue that I'm identifying. Because, like, skill issue, bro, just get good. Like, it's such a non-issue, or such a non-solution. So, I want to get in-depth to specific examples in the show, because I did find some as I was watching. But I do think that the show has a lot of potential for the acting, the writing, everything. Because it has some very strong moments as well. And I also want to establish those moments, because I feel like there are people who will just watch the show and then just go away from it thinking it's dog shit, because they feel some of the rough moments and how it's bad, but they don't have any fucking idea how much actual effort was put into the show, because they don't... Why can't I jump? Because they can't recognize the good shit. How much street cred do you have? I have 41. And I'll...
Your place or mine?
Don't break the laws of physics and then try to flirt with me, motherfucker. Anyways, I'll just start with the start of the show, honestly. Because I feel like the show was overall kind of rushed. I mean, it is only 6 episodes. And I feel like a lot of that rush could actually be fixed with one more episode at the very start. And not just like one more episode at the start to like flesh it out, like, so that the rest of it can get fleshed out. Like, I feel like the rest of it, even though it does still feel a little rushed, I feel like the rest of it you could get away with the pacing if you give one episode at the beginning before it all happens. Because it does start right in the middle of the action. And I'm not going to lie, I did actually kind of like how it did start in the middle of the action, which makes me hesitant to make this suggestion. But if you gave the show one more episode at the very start, where it was just, you showed all 4 of the main cast just going about their day-to-day life, you show us their character, you show us their personality, how they're like a good person or whatever the fuck. Like, if you show them just acting normally within day-to-day life, it will give us a grasp of who they are, so that when they deteriorate from a lack of 72 hours of sleep later down the show, it's gonna give us a good perspective of how much they are just kind of falling apart from this pressure. Because they do convey that. Throughout the show, they have these characters like snap at each other over smaller things, understandably. Really, it is understandable, because, you know, they've gone fucking 40 hours without sleep. They're gonna get a little snippy. The issue is the fact that the show doesn't actually set up who they are beforehand. It it tries, and within the short amount of time, it does a pretty good job for the main two, Dave and, fuck, what was his name? The token black character. I don't remember his name. Wow, that sounded racist. I don't remember his name, but, hi.
Sup, Kirk. Happy to see you too, but how about let's not broadcast?
But it doesn't set up like
Right,
the nurse.
right, sorry.
You find her in the
No need for
middle
scene.
of the pandemic,
Okay, see
and
that garage right there?
you don't really
Fans
have a
inside.
grasp of her
You go
personality
in,
beforehand.
grab the tech,
You get her
get
after
out,
it's already been
split
like
it,
20
get
hours without sleep,
Clear?
and like the first like solid scene where you see her like talking to them one-on-one, she pretty much blows up at him, which I can understand. Like, I can absolutely see what they're going for. They're establishing that they've already gone without sleep and they're already like deteriorating mentally. But as a first impression to like an audience member who doesn't really understand writing, they're gonna immediately have a bad impression of the nurse, and that's not a good thing. She's one of the main three cast. One of the main, I mean, the cast is 4, but like she's one of the main like 3. She's like the big 3 trio.
Scan the area.
So
Inside?
All clear,
doesn't
Z.
start off
Not
well.
A soul can waltz right in
And
like you own
I
the place.
genuinely think like if they subsected like half of the first episode to show her like taking care of patients in the hospital, like
Looks like I'm
rushing
carrying all
throughout
weight.
just as it starts to unfold or something
All the
like that,
fucking
or
weight.
just taking care of
Who's gonna
patients,
keep watch?
you could show
Me, of
her
course.
her
Anything
pragmatic
happens, you'll
personality,
know.
because she was very clearly set up to be pragmatic. Her pragmatic
Okay.
personality,
There
while
I go.
also still being caring for
Swivel,
people,
right?
so that you can still like see, like, quote unquote, see the good in her. It's phrased pretentiously, but you get what I mean, right? Like, nice mascara, bro. Big Joe, I love your name. You can, so that you can like see, like, you can see something in her to root for, basically. And the same would go for the main 2, and also Katie. Dave, Katie, the nurse, and the vet. I don't want to call him the black guy. The vet. A veteran. I feel like it would just work out better if they... Alright, we're good. If they were given time to be fleshed out in day-to-day life. Like, I didn't even... Like, it was established, like, there are pills that they take so they can stay awake for the amount of time. And that is clearly established in the first episode, but I genuinely didn't realize. I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't realize that that was actually genuinely how they were staying awake. Until the very last episode. Because the very last episode, like, has this impromptu, like, schizophrenic advertisement of the pills, like, thrown in there. And I feel like it would have been so much better if in this imaginative first episode that they had, let's just say, Dave was going to get another prescription of these pills, like a full bottle at a pharmacy, and then he was asleep, because it opens up with him sleeping. He was asleep. He'd fallen asleep because he's already trying to stay awake with these pills. He'd fallen asleep waiting for his prescription. He gets woken up. You have the little dream sequence at the start to like bring intrigue and mystery. You have the little dream sequence, and then he's woken up at the pharmacy before this starts going down by the pharmacist, who's like, all right, we're closing up shop. What do you need? Oh, I need these pills. Are you sure? Like, these pills are known for keeping you awake, and it looks like you need some sleep. He's like, no, I really need them. I have these bad nightmares. Please, just give them to me. I have a prescription. It's blah, 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 Dave, whatever the fuck, introduction. He takes the pills, looks up at the TV, shows the advertisement for it, where it shows, like, the side effects I feel like they should have established before the schizophrenic impromptu advertisement in the middle of someone having a heart attack. I feel like it would have worked a lot better, and then, you know, have him go to work, try to stay awake with his buddy at his security job. I know, right? Markiplier at a security job, who would have thunk? I need you to be distracted. I don't know how to distract you. That works too, honestly. Hey, why are you spotting me? And then, like, they do their whole shtick of going to work, and then it, like, can cut to the nurse trying to, like, take care of patients, things like that. And then it can cut to, like, maybe not cut to Katie. I'm not entirely sure. I shouldn't move this. I'm glad he doesn't notice me. That's very helpful. Uh-oh, he does notice me. Okay. I feel like it just would have helped. So this is basically FNAF Eldritch Horror. No. It's the security job was like at the very start. So the premise itself is basically at the very like start of the show, pretty much. When people go to sleep, they die. That is the whole premise of the show. And the whole premise of the show is figuring out why the fuck people are dying when they go to sleep. If you lay down, you go into your REM sleep, you're just dead. That is how it is. And that is the biggest part of the show. Can I grab? No. And it honestly, the premise is intriguing. Like, it intrigued me, and that's what kept me sticking around for most of the show. It is a very intriguing premise, and it is actually done, portrayed, and explored too very well throughout the show. I just feel like the characters could be set up much better, especially in one of the moments that happens later on. Because later on, while they're hanging out in the hospital, an old lady starts calling out for assistance. And then they go to find her because she didn't go to sleep at the start of this. Like, by this point, a lot of people are dead. I think this is like episode 4 or 5, maybe 6, maybe 5. I think 5. There is this old lady. She has cancer, and she wants to like give a phone call to her family, but they're not letting her for obvious reasons because they're dead. But they also aren't telling her because they don't want to like lay on the weight of the world to her. And basically later on, she obviously picks up like the nurse. The nurse is sitting with her, and she picks up on basically they're hiding shit from her. The old lady picks up that they're hiding shit from her. And she asked, like, "Girl, just set it to me straight. What the fuck is going on? You aren't letting me call my family. No one else is coming in to take care of me. I got cancer. Just tell me. I can take it." And then it cuts away. And then it shows the vet. He's just drinking a soda, just kind of chilling as they're like trying to figure out what to do next. And then he sees the nurse taking the old lady on a stretcher. And he's like, "What the fuck is this? Hey." And then the nurse ignores her, or excuse me, ignores him, and then takes the old lady into a room, shuts the door, and locks it. And then he's like, "What the fuck is that? What the fuck is going on?" He goes, gets the other two. They're on the other side of the locked door as she's putting the old lady into an MRI, and then they start shouting at each other through this door. And the nurse is explaining, "I told her what's going on. She wanted to know. And she told me if we let her go to sleep, we'll be able to figure out what's going on if we put her in the MRI machine. We'll be able to scan her brain. We'll be able to figure out what the fuck is going on." And then they're telling her, "No, you're killing her. This is not good. She wanted to do this. She's already going to die of cancer." And then even the old lady from the back shouts out, "It's fine. I want to do this." And then the others start to like tear up, be like, "No, you're killing her. This isn't okay." It is a fantastic scene. It really is. Like, me, myself, I could feel my body. All right. It's a weird thing for me. I got to give some backstory on this. There's this weird thing with me is that I don't kind of naturally feel empathy. It's a weird thing. It's like I can't get diagnosed because I've spent so long like replicating empathy to where I can effectively I effectively have it. Like, you know, like, it's not the fact of, like, damn, I don't feel sorry for people. I'm gonna fucking go commit a mass shooting or something. No. Like, I effectively feel empathy, and I can't be diagnosed with, like, ASPD or anything. Like, that's physically impossible. I've spoken to doctors about this. But it's still in that, like, uncanny valley gray area to where I feel it naturally for the most part, but there are moments where, like, my brain's like, you should feel it, and then I'm like, oh, okay, and then I feel it. It's weird, and it's hard to explain if you don't understand, like, the sort of feeling, but during this whole scene, I could feel my brain telling me, you should be feeling sad for these people, feel sad for them, but I didn't. And that kind of, like, clued me into realizing this scene by itself is fantastic. The acting is done. The dialogue, it honestly could be kind of touched up a bit. The acting's great. The scene, the premise, like, the setup for it, like, not, like, the situation, that's the word I'm looking for. The situation itself is fantastic. It is so well done. The acting, like, they're tearing up. It's great. The issue is that the scene didn't have the proper setup. You didn't have the character personality set up enough for all of these interactions to be warranted. And it sadly falls flat. Because the scene is amazing. It is one of my favorite scenes in the whole show. It's just, for so many people, it just won't hit. Because you didn't do the writers didn't do the right amount of legwork to set it up. And I don't want to say that they didn't do any. They did some pretty good legwork to set up the scene itself. But they just didn't set up the characters. And it just makes it fall flat. And it's gonna, I think that's gonna be, like, the biggest reason as to why a lot of the show falls flat for a lot of people. Why they're gonna think it's a bad show. Because it just doesn't set up the characters enough. And there's some other flaws too, don't get me wrong. But I think that's the biggest thing. Because there was also this other thing that you wouldn't even pay any attention to. So then later, after that scene, you know, they realize 3 minutes into REM sleep, that's when you die. So then the main character proposes, I've been having these really shit nightmares that are really weird, and it kind of goes in, like, there's this, like, carved mark on my chest that's a triangle, and it goes, and it's the same mark that's on this guy's brain, because they did a dissection of a guy's brain, and they see, like, a triangle burned into his head. It's like, it's the same thing. Maybe I have something to do with this. So I'm gonna go to sleep. You guys wake me up 2 minutes after I enter REM sleep, so that I don't get killed. And, like, then they have their little discussion. Pretty good scene by itself. Hey, Kiwi. It's a pretty good, like, scene and setup by itself. And then he goes into the dream, has the little dream sequence, and they wake him up with adrenaline. And I love it. Where's the gorilla? It's gorilla. I said gorilla, not gorilla. Anyway, sorry. ADHD. So, they use the adrenaline because they're in a hospital, obviously. And you wouldn't even think about it. And then they take the adrenaline with them as they're going to travel to the place that they need to go to. And it's just, they do it so well because you wouldn't think about it like, oh, adrenaline to wake him up. That's really smart because it guarantees a wake up. Like, you would at most think, oh, that's smart, and then just not paying any attention. And then, of course, they take it with them. They need to use it again on Katie, and then later on in the show, spoilers, Katie dies because they try to use the adrenaline on her again, and it doesn't work because her body got used to the adrenaline. And that itself is a fantastic plot point because they're already in a hospital, so they use adrenaline in the hospital. Perfect. Great setup. It makes perfect sense within the world, and it is smart on the character's part. They use it again later, continue the setup, and then they have to use it again on the same character who they already used it before, but it doesn't work. It adds tension, it adds direness, and it adds this sad feeling of it shouldn't be like this to that character's death. It is fantastic. So many people wouldn't even think about this when they're watching the show because it just feels naturally in place with the universe. Which is why I think this show has a lot of potential, because there's quite a few of these really good moments sprinkled throughout the show. Some of them fall flat, like the scene with the old lady. Others of them are just perfectly done, like the adrenaline. But so many of them you wouldn't even think about, because it's done well. Which makes me think that this show is going to have a lot of people relentlessly shitting on it, partially because, you know, oh, it's a YouTuber, gotta tear him down a peg, blah, blah, blah. He's got a lot of money, who cares? Mark, he's great. Like, there's gonna be people who are gonna relentlessly shit on it just because Mark's in it, which is fucking stupid, but that's how it is. And then there's gonna be others who try to, like, justify it by saying, oh, these things are bad, clearly the show is bad, without actually realizing the depth that goes into it. The difficulty in writing a show, because there's so much difficulty in it. There genuinely is a lot of difficulty of having to iron out all of these flaws. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do.
What the hell?
Oh, come on, there's gotta be something I can distract this guy with. Oh, fuck! I should have killed him.
Oh, no, fuck! Ah! Don't lose faith!
Okay. Those are
Okay. I done fucked up a little bit. It's fine. So, the show has many fantastic moments of writing. And it just kind of makes me sad that I know there are going to be people that are going to shit on it, because they aren't going to recognize the passion and the effort that was actually put into it. It is very hard to write a great show, which is why I always go the extra mile to point out all the things that are great about the show. Just like this, because it's good to know what you do well. Like, I don't think the writers are ever gonna actually, like, watch this or anything like that, but I just want to get my thoughts out into the world, because I've been thinking about this. This has been stuck in my head for a fucking while.
Real great intel, that Kirk. Like always, actually.
And I just want to, like, put it out there. There's gonna be people that are gonna say this is the greatest show ever because Mark's in it.
Firefight.
And that's just not true. Because there are many flaws. There's quite a few flaws in the show, and I think that they can be worked on. And then there's just people shitting on it, and then it's just gonna spark a massive controversy where people are just gonna be like, "Oh, the show's horrible," or "The show's great," when in actuality, it's normal.
Another gonk.
I was gonna fucking kill him, you cunk.
Very funny. To you. The fuck's going on here?
You're Choom Kirk. Did biz time to time, but see, had this funny feeling he was trying to play me. Checked out that feeling. Told him I had a transport, preem implants, just sitting there for the taking. And I waited.
See, the prank worked.
Yep, sure did. Isn't that right, boys? I should splatter your brains on the pavement, but I'd just be wasting lead. Only a fucking gonk could run an op with Kirk. Hey, don't give me that face. You are what you fucking do. So say it. Say you're a gonk little bitch and I'll let you live.
Alright.
I'm a gonk little bitch. Happy.
Smart girl. Right, Tunes? Let's Delta.
I wanted to fucking kill him! Oh, you bitch!
That's what you get for a lifetime of hustling.
Nice speech. Remind me not to invite you to my funeral.
How
wanted
about
to
him?
fucking-
You gonna tell anyone to scrape him up and put him under?
No one to tell.
I really wanted to kill him, and I'm very sad about it. But yeah, so I'm gonna get into heavy spoiler territory now. I think
Please PLS use quick hacks while on combat. KSJ.
it's fine, alright? I don't need to. They can get headshot easily. Anyways. I'm gonna get into major spoilers about the show now. Because, as I said, I don't like just saying, skill issue, and then moving on. It's a mean thing to do to writers. Even though I know they're not gonna see this. I know they're never gonna fucking... I know they're never gonna... Oh, Big Joey, no! Burger! I know they're never gonna watch this. I know they're never gonna fucking have any chance to consider my fucking 2 cents that hardly matters to them. But... it feels mean to say skill issue and just move on because I like doing more than just that. I've been a writer for a while. I know how it feels. So I'm going to go in depth into little tiny pieces of the show that I think could be improved. And I don't want to ruin it for people because I feel like if I point this shit out, you're going to be watching the show, see what I'm talking about, be like, yeah, that could be improved. Then instead of just experience it for yourself. So if you want to watch the show, go right ahead. Because, like, the show... it's still going. They set it up for a season 2. I honestly was just expecting 1 season. But they do set it up for a season 2. At the very end. So, fucking, if you really want to watch the show, go right ahead. Watch the show. Have a great time. Fucking, I don't care. You can skip out on the stream. It's not a bother. This is just a gorilla stream after all. I'm fucking shit posting. Fuck it. We're gonna go see what's going on here. I just lost my train of thought. Fuck's sake. They set up for a season 2. I honestly was expecting only 1 season. I was expecting just like a quick, fun little show. But no. And honestly, I should have expected that. Because that's just kind of how it is. But you know, I thought, you know, maybe. Anyways. Biggest flaw with the show, honestly, is the fact that Markiplier is playing a character. Because I'm not gonna lie. You're a cunt. I'm not gonna lie. The entire show, my friends and I were all just saying, is that the dream of 87? It's really hard to take an acting role, like, seriously when it's someone you just recognize for who they are. Genuinely, it's really hard. It's much easier to, like, hire someone unknown if you want people to take them seriously, like, as that character. So that's why, like, so many people who take the industry seriously are always like, yeah, the Markiplier TV show, that's what I'm talking about, The Edge of Sleep. That's why so many people who are in the industry that do take it actually seriously and are not just in it for a quick cash grab, they're always like, stop hiring YouTubers, stop hiring content creators. They aren't that great at acting. So just I'm not saying this for Markiplier. I'm saying this like in general, oversweeping, like fucking Jake Paul acts. He's fucking dog shit. Stop hiring actors. They aren't even good. They aren't even that great at acting most of the time, and people don't recognize them. They aren't gonna take them seriously for their fucking role. And they have a fucking point. They genuinely do. When you recognize someone from outside of a media, like when you recognize Chris Pratt from Parks and Rec, and then you see him in Avengers, yes, you're gonna see the guy from Parks and Rec. Like, that's how it's gonna play out. For a good long while, I couldn't see, what the fuck was his name? Harrison Ford as anyone other than Indiana Jones. I remember my parents actually encouraged it, because when they tried to call me in to watch a show and saying, oh, Indiana Jones is in it. I'm like, wait, really? They made a show based around Indiana Jones? Then I walked in and I'm like, And then they called him by something other than Indiana Jones. Like, this isn't Indiana Jones. He's playing a different character. Why the fuck did you call me in here? But I still couldn't not see him as Indiana Jones. Like, it's one of those things, and it's... I mean, I've got a bias. Like, you know, you guys know, I like Markiplier. So, obviously, I was interested in the show, especially since he pushed it. And it was just so hard to just not see the bite of 87 anytime he spoke. What the hell was The Rock doing in a video game show? Fucking for real, man. The Rock is a perfect example of that. The Rock is okay at acting, but he can only act like macho tough guy shit. Like... Wait, why is it telling me to go in here, but... But it's telling me to go down... Wait. What? Wait. What? I think it's broken. So, I do think that is a flaw of the show. I don't think it's depleting of the show at all. I don't think it takes away from the show, but it is a flaw. Period. It's just one of the natural consequences of hiring someone famous. That's just kind of how it is. It's what you deal with. If they can play the part well, you aren't going to recognize the person anyways. And to Mark's credit, he is a decent actor. He is kind of monotone, because that's just kind of how his voice is, which is one of the reasons why I thought it was naturalistic dialogue, as I talked about earlier in the VOD? In the VOD? You know what, fuck it. In the VOD. There's gonna be people who are gonna watch this as a VOD. In the VOD. What about Keanu Reeves? Keanu Reeves, I do think he's a pretty good actor, but he is also one of those people who is stuck in one role. As the... No, fuck. It just started. Keanu Reeves is kind of stuck in the role of, like, gritty protagonist. Like quiet, gritty protagonist. He doesn't really get a chance to shine as many other roles. I actually do kind of want to see how he does in SpongeBob. But, like, when, like, at the very least, when I started watching other things with Keanu Reeves, I did just see John Wick, because that was, like, the first thing I saw with Keanu Reeves predominantly shown as it. Where is she? There she is.
It was her, the lady in pink.
Shut the fuck up, Johnny.
Framed by a halo of cigarette smoke. I followed her.
Dreaming of the day the narrator put a fucking plug in it.
So yeah, Keanu is kind of in that avenue, but I do think Keanu does act well enough to where you can believe he's someone else. Granted, most of his roles are very similar regardless. So it's not hard to like switch him out, because for how much I love the John Wick movies, he is a cookie cutter fucking character. John Wick, oh, you mean Neo from The Matrix? Yeah. Neutralize the targets. I'm too lazy to do that. I'm gonna follow her. I'm surprised she's not turning around, and honestly, I am thankful for that, because I'm not paying attention enough.
The woman looked around. Something weighed on her. Maybe
she's not looking around. John Wick. Oh, you mean future Dark Revan? Shut the fuck up. Alright, so yeah. It is just one of those natural consequences of hiring someone famous. I'm not gonna hold it against the show, because Mark does do a fine job. He is kind of monotone, especially at the start of the show, because that's just kind of how his voice is. But then he does kind of fold into his role and starts to like enunciate his performance a bit more, if you get what I mean. Because when you act, it's not, you aren't just playing your own voice. For example, how I'm doing with streams, I
What did I ever do to you?
Hey, buddy.
Got a smoke?
No. Because, like, it's what I do with my streams. I enunciate my voice. I project it. I throw it out there. Like how Mark used to do. Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier. It's how he kind of used to do it. You have to throw out your voice more and play up the character that you're trying to do. Even if your character is, like, grounded, down to earth, even if they aren't, like, some bombastic Superman, superhero sort of deal, even if it's just a normal, everyday person, even for background, you still kind of gotta play it up for the act.
The dame disappeared into the guts of a building
Excuse me.
ready to collapse.
Because that's just how it is. When you play normal, you're going to sound flat. And that's just, it's the natural consequence, because every day, naturalistic dialogue does sound flat. Like when we talk normally, we don't really enunciate much because we're just kind of tired usually. I mean, let's be honest here. Most of us are actually really just tired. So you don't really pronounce many of your words. They kind of slur together, and it becomes hard to hear you. For most of the time, you could try to pronounce it more, but aside from that, you're just gonna kind of talk the same because that's just how it is. You talk every day, and so you're not going to put extra effort into talking. So when I stream, I put in more effort, obviously, so you can understand me better. And the same thing goes for acting. It's to understand better, it's to show the emotion, things like that. So it starts off grounded. Like, I don't want to be mean when I say it, but it does start off flat and dull, the dialogue. Not the dialogue. I mean, yeah, the acting. It starts off a bit more flat and dull, because after watching the whole show, I understand now that's not entirely what they were going for. But that doesn't innately mean it's a flaw when a show or movie has that acting. Because it is naturalistic. It is realistic. Now, here's the thing. I'm gonna predict this. There's going to be people that are going to say, well, it's realistic, so it's okay. It's not entirely true. As I said, as I just explained, acting is meant to be a provocative of normal human emotion. It's meant to, that was the wrong word to use. It's meant to be an enunciation of normal human emotions. You're meant to enunciate it more, show it off more. It's meant to be projected out a bit more than normal human emotion. Just because it's realistic doesn't make it good. And then there's going to be people who are going to say it's flat and dull, and then take that association into other media where that's meant to be on purpose, and then say it's bad because it's flat and dull. Both are wrong. One has a place, and so does the other. Just because it's realistic doesn't automatically make it good. Just because it's flat and dull, just because it sounds flat and dull, just because it sounds normal and realistic, doesn't automatically mean it's a bad thing either. It entirely depends on the show, and clearly, as the show goes on, we get a broader perspective of what the vision was, and clearly it wasn't meant to be naturalistic dialogue. So they got more comfortable as time went on. That's fine. It happens. Like Aragorn in Lord of the Rings, like, he was a last-minute pick in Lord of the Rings, so, like, he was a lot more uncomfortable in his role, and then as the filming went on, because they filmed it in chronological order, as the filming went on, as the movie goes on, he gets more comfortable in his role, which some might argue works better. It depends. It works better as him becoming the fledged king of Arendor, or whatever the fuck.
Well.
Like, it all depends on your personal opinion at that point. But, ow, fuck, I just hit my elbow. God damn it. But yeah, that's just kind of how it is. Ugh, fuck. That's how it is with the acting. Oh, I hit the funny button. It is all static up in my fucking arm right now. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna massage my arm real quick while I keep talking. So yeah. It is a flaw that I will detract from the acting at the very start of the show. But they do find their ground and find their grip. Another flaw I will say is how much they make people act like dicks. And this is also going to be a weird middle ground that I'm going to have to find, because I also entirely understand what they were going for. They're tired people, so obviously they're going to have dicks. The biggest flaw, the biggest one that is like the biggest flaw in my opinion, is the one that I talked about earlier with the nurse, with her very first one-on-one interaction with the main two protagonists. She snaps at them. And I know it's because she was already like awake for 20-something hours trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. But it is the first impression of the character, so that's not good. It is best to show the redeeming qualities of a character before you show the dickish, if it's your intent. Since she's like the main cast, this is why I'm saying this, because not all characters. It really depends on what you want to do with the character, but for this character specifically, since she is one of the main trio, it would have been better to show her redeeming qualities first, because the very first time you see her, she kind of like shouts down the hall like, "We're a little busy, give us a minute," in like kind of a dickish tone, which I perfectly understand personally. I've been in that situation where like, yeah, I see you, customer, just give me a second. Obviously, you're not supposed to talk like that, but it was just her and one other nurse dealing with a bunch of dead bodies. I perfectly understand, but it goes from her kind of like being irritated at her situation to then snapping at them, being like, "Look, you guys have to sit here and wait for the cops, alright? We're kind of busy right now. Just give us a minute." She then, like, the next scene, she does that and, like, kind of starts to go off a little bit. It really detracts from her character from the audience's point of view. It would have been better to show her. I'm gonna save real quick, because I don't know how this conversation is gonna go down. It would have been better to show, like, a redeeming quality in her first, just so that you have something to root for. Because as time went on, like, it is established that she is a pragmatic character. She's the one who bases herself on logic and, like, kind of pushes things forward through science or whatever the fuck to help solve the mystery.
What are you doing here? Fuck, Cynthia. Told you to make sure nobody followed you.
Husband sent me. Suspected something.
What?
See, he was right.
Wait. No! It's not like that. I can explain.
Go on then, let's hear it.
Okay, for one thing, he's not my input. He's my ripper. A specialist in plastic surgery.
Specialist? In this dump?
Look, I know, I had this little accident a few years ago. The victim, well, the patient's family still can't let it go. That's why I'm forced to work here.
Hold on a sec. What about your kid?
Here's the thing, I didn't used to look like this. I had a total body sculpt. Skin, hair, eyes, everything. Except, well, you can't fool your genes. That's why our son looks different than Pepe imagined. It's not because he's not the father, just that I don't look anything like the old me.
But why? Why do that?
And why do you think? Out of boredom? Because I was a rich, basic bitch? Everyone's got their own secret. Something they want to forget or leave behind them. I had a lot of them. And I can't share them with anyone. Not even my own husband.
You really should.
I know I should have told Pepe about all this, but there was never a good time. And now that I'm expecting again, it wasn't planned. Please, tell him that...
Yes?
I don't know what to tell him myself. That I'm really sorry. That life's an absurdist drama, okay? Just go.
Hit the nail on the head with that last point.
Yeah, I honestly wasn't expecting her to be cheating. As soon as I walked in, yep, it made a lot of sense that it was all plastic surgery. This is genuinely what I was expecting out of this little plot twist. What the fuck affected her? Because there had to have been something bad that affected her for her to not want to talk about this with anyone. I also do like how they like do the whole like you can change your look, but that doesn't change your genes. Anyways, I should get back to fucking talking about the show. Fucking fantastic writing as always in Cyberpunk.
Followed your wife, went into some rundown pad. Man was waiting for her inside.
I knew it. What else?
Knew it, huh? Didn't know a thing. Didn't cheat on you. At least not in the way you think.
Huh? What way then?
I don't want this to eat at him, because that was a horrible way to phrase it. Saying, didn't cheat on you, not in the way you think, after I already said that she went somewhere and saw a man that was waiting for her. Like, if I say this, after she's already, like, gotta think about this, like, I gotta put him to ease so he can be in a much better mental state to support her.
She was at her Rippers, getting a scan. Her skin, hair, eyes. It's all implanted. Every single last part of her.
So, my son. That's why he...
Exactly.
Jesus fucking Cristo. How could you keep this from me? Our own husband, 10 fucking years. It's not about the skin or whatever. It's that she lied. How the hell am I supposed to trust her now?
Just hear her out. Just give her a chance to explain herself when she feels comfortable enough. She clearly is traumatized.
Okay, yes, Cynthia was hiding something from you. Yes, she lied, but the woman loves you, you gonk. You know how much that means in this fucking town? If I were you, I'd just live and let live, you know?
Yeah. I guess you're right. Anyway, thanks. This is for you. For your troubles.
Good man, Pepe. Take care.
Silence fell like a wet blanket over the city.
Shut the fuck up, Johnny. These are too good of descriptions. You're not supposed to be clever.
To drink.
See, that's more like it. Finally making some sense.
That was a nice little adventure. Anyways, where the fuck was I? So, yes, the introduction. So, that, honestly, is the biggest issue, is the first snap that the nurse has at the main characters. It should have either happened later, and this is also why I think the first episode, like, imaginary first episode, would have been better, because we would have seen her in her normal situation, just trying to, I'm gonna fucking kill you, Enon. Oh shit, double G. The nurse would have been in her normal, like, day-to-day situation at the hospital. Like, you could see her, like, getting stressed out, but you could also see her, like, the show could also show you, fucking hell, could also show you, like, her operating not only on her day-to-day life, but also looking out for her comrades, helping them out, consoling patients, trying to keep them situated and all together, and then shit starts to hit the fan. Like, it would have showed redeeming qualities in her that you could quote-unquote aspire to, which would help you root for her better, especially when she then snaps at the main characters and be like, no, don't do this, you guys should work together, you guys could help each other. It would have helped the audience try to relate. I suppose relate would be a good word. And then the other times, they're not as egregious. There is one moment where the vet kind of, like, explodes, and I understand, you know, you've been awake for 60 hours, but, like, he was kind of calm. It was right after the grandma getting killed. God damn it, Enon. He really wants me to stop talking. It was right after, like, he was kind of, like, distant during the whole situation of the grandma being murdered. Like, he didn't really speak too much while Katie was the one pushing it, and then Dave kind of, like, was alongside Katie while the nurse was pushing back against him for the whole conflict, while the vet just kind of stayed in the background. And then the scene after that, he just kind of explodes. I'm gonna be honest, I don't genuinely remember. Hey, Gio. I genuinely don't remember. I'm gonna fucking kill you, Enon. I genuinely don't remember exactly what he blew up over. It could have been two things. Two different things. I'm not entirely sure. But he does just kind of start shouting. It felt weird. I'm not gonna lie. Like a fucking robot. If something comes up, call me. And then... Okay. It's not just me this time. I have an accomplice. God damn it. Wait, what is this? You know what? We're right here, so might as well. But yeah, and then the other times where, like, they snap at each other, it makes a bit more sense. I just kind of wish that they did have that first episode to set up all their personalities before shit goes down, so that you would then feel even worse at them blowing up, because you understand what's going on. You know who they are without being tired, so you see how much their exhaustion has changed them. That's why I think the first episode would have helped a lot. Even though I know I said this, even though I do like how it gets right into the action, I do think that a slower first episode to set everything up would have helped. Hello.
New fingerprints detected.
The fuck?
Increasing
What the fuck?
New fingerprints detected.
What the hell are you?
User inquiry. Technical specifications. HJKE11 smart gun with built-in AI. Experimental model. Name. Skippy.
Guy by the dumpster. That's your owner?
Checking memory. Resources available. 100%. All files removed manually. Possible cause. Theft. Original owner. No data. Suggested solution. None.
I got one. I'll take you.
Processing request. No objections found.
Can I change your name?
No.
Why not? Considering I'm your new owner.
Increasing volume by 300%. Administrator rights are needed to complete that action. You do not have the required permissions.
Fair enough.
You still got all your functions.
Running system diagnostics. Testing will take approximately 47 seconds. Bum bum be dum bum
What
bum.
What are you doing?
I'm making the wait more pleasant.
What the fuck is this guy? I love him so much.
Test successfully completed. The program Skippy version 0.01 alpha is running correctly.
0.01? Oh my god, you really are a prototype.
Alright, so what can you do? Besides talk my ear off.
Primary feature, automated targeting.
Ooh.
In case of critical threat to user, autonomous shooting capabilities. Please choose one of two operating modes. First mode, puppy-loving pacifist. I will aim at the enemy's lower extremities. Second mode, stone-cold killer. I will aim exclusively at the head.
Stone Cold.
Stone Cold.
I love how they give you the option.
My kind of gun.
Adjusting settings. Bum bum be dum bum bum be dum bum.
Ugh.
Selected mode, stone cold killer. Happy slaughtering.
Happy slaughtering. Oh my god, I love this gun already. Can I? Oh, I don't have a suppressor for it, though. Fuck! Oh, well. And the gun is busted? Wait, what? Oh, I was supposed to do puppy-loving pacifist, wasn't I?
Error. Premature discharge. I'm sorry. This never New magazine detected. Message to user. Thanks, Choom.
Oh, I mean busted as strong. Oh! Oh, okay. Get the gift from the captain. Okay, I'll get the gift from the captain. Settle down. It's 2 kilometers away, though. We're gonna do this side gig real quick. We're doing side shit today, alright? So yeah, this has been sitting in the back of my head, the whole show of The Edge of Sleep, because I could, like, see improvements. And there's many times where, like, the dialogue could be, like, slightly tweaked to be improved. Like, just, like, a couple words just kind of feel off, or, like, they could be changed slightly, or, like, crack open a thesaurus to choose a better word. It's just one of those things to where... Hello, Padre.
Got a client who needs to get a certain shot. Problem is, the shard's in the skull of a courier who's currently stretched out on a crematorium slab.
Like, there's many lucrative... I can't use the word. There's many tiny examples that are just, like, scattered throughout the show that I could, like, cherry pick if I really wanted to. Most of the time, the dialogue is just... it's fine. There's just, like, personal preference, or, like, a line just doesn't really hit right. I think the biggest flaw of the show... How are you liking the world building of the game so far? Fucking fantastic. Banger. 10 out of 10. For real. Didn't mean to do that. But the biggest... I think the biggest flaw of the show is the fact that they didn't have enough time to actually set up the characters, because they try to have these moments. For example, when they're getting ready... There's a freezer right here. When they're getting ready to fly a plane after spending 60 hours awake, when they're getting ready to take a plane out to a remote island, there is this small moment where Dave hypes up his friend, the vet, to be like, no, you got this, man. You can fly a plane. But I have only, like, flown remote drones in the army. I can't do this. You got this. I know you can do it. That felt so, like, cheap. I'm not gonna lie. Because there was no, like, setup as to him, like, being insecure about his abilities or things like that. Maybe there was, like, some subtle setup, but it wasn't built up enough to warrant that big moment, especially to warrant the amount of time that was, like, spent for it. It's just there's a couple of those moments like that where there just wasn't enough setup to warrant the moment itself. And also it did feel kind of like samey and generic. Like, there wasn't really anything profound in the statement or in the lesson. It was just, like, the typical stuff of, I believe in you, and then moves on. 55, E9, C1. Perfect. And it was just a couple moments, too. It wasn't all the moments.
Hello?
Okay, I was not expecting a person to be there. yeah, it was just a couple of those moments, not all of them. And what was the other thing? Oh, the other thing, I feel like the cult should have been set up better. And now, I'm not gonna lie, that is partially my personal thing, because I was expecting the show, because of the acting at the start, I was expecting the show to be a lot more grounded, because as I did explain, I thought it was naturalistic dialogue that they were going for, not, hi. Who the fuck are you? Okay. I'm glad the NPCs don't give a shit about me. Oh, I could have talked to him. That's fine.
Alberto was an exceptional man. Exceptional.
Oh.
In hard times, he was
I'm gonna miss you,
stoic
Dad.
and humble.
This is a funeral.
Yes? Can I help you?
Yoink. Okay. Yeah, so I thought the show was gonna be a lot more grounded, but it's not. And that's why I also said it's an Eldritch horror show, because I was given that impression, and I want to make sure others didn't get that impression. So, like, and it's not really a fault of the show. It's a fault of my perception of the acting. Because the show does open with this weird, trippy dream sequence, and throughout the entire, like, at the start of each episode, they show, like, these flashing images of these cult members and things like that. Like, clearly you're supposed to think that, but I don't think the cult was still set up very well in universe. Like, they talked about, like, they did mention before, like, the sixth and final episode specifically. Before the sixth and final episode, they did talk about, like, dream people and the elephant monster. And I'll go into a slight tangent about those two. They did talk about those, and they did have those, like, flashy sequences. Like, there was enough to clue you in that there is more than just that, especially with the, like, the cult, like, symbol on the brain. Absolutely, like, it wasn't jarring, the fact that there is a cult, but it just still didn't feel set up enough. Specifically because, my perception, obviously, but I feel like they could have leaned into it a little bit better earlier in the show. Because it still feels out of nowhere, even though, and it's mostly because the flashing images at the start of shows, that's not enough to set it up, if you get my drift. You can't, it doesn't set up their existence in the world. At most, it sets up something hallucinatory, which is what I thought those were. I thought those guys were just like hallucinations by those dreams and things like that. I wasn't expecting it to be an actual full-blown real cult that was facing down some sort of eldritch abomination in universe of the show. Well, fuck.
Don't complain. You're lucky to be alive.
Who the hell's fucking around now?
So that is the impression I was given. I'm not saying that that's going to be everyone's impression. Very much not. Oh! I didn't know you could store bodies in there. Okay. Dead guy. Dead girl. So it wasn't jarring, but it was a little weird. It just fell out of nowhere. So I feel like it would have been better to set them up somehow. Like, very early into the show, they do actually do a really good setup for the radio station. Because they have, as they're driving to a party in the very first episode, they do have on the radio some guy, what the fuck was his name? It's like Late Night Larry, say like, you're listening to something with Late Night Larry. And it tells you, most definitely, enough. Like it stuck out to me. Like, I even made a comment about Late Night Larry. Like, I need a Late Night Larry in my life. And then the very next episode, they're like, okay, well, we need to warn people. I can go to Late Night Larry, like, and then we can tell him about what's going on, and then he can warn people over the radio station. Like, they did a good setup with that. So I feel like if they had a different mention other than just the main character's dreams, it would have led more credence to it, basically. Like, some reference to an officer, maybe, or something like that. I don't know exactly how you would do it. Yeah, no, I can't think of a way, which makes this tough, because I can't think of a way. But not all writing solutions are so cut and dry and easy. It would probably have to take some rewriting other routes before you figure out the solution. But yeah, just some mention of the cult in universe by someone else other than Dave, who just calls them Dream People. Also, the Dream People and the Elephant Monster, I'm not gonna lie, they sound a little cringe. I understand that those names were assigned to them when he was a kid, so it's gonna be kind of kiddish names, but they do just sound silly. Like, I would have went with, like, the Dreamwalkers and the Monster instead of... Settle down. Instead of the Elephant Monster and the Dream People. Like, it's not bad in and of itself. They just sound silly, so personally I would have changed it. And there was also one moment that I do want to talk about. At the very start of the show, there was a quick little moment where he's having a dream. I don't remember if it's the very first.
You're an angel sent from heaven.
I don't remember if it's the very first episode or like the second or third episode, but there is a very quick dream sequence where his mom is sitting with Dave in his bed as he's a kid, like trying to say like A is for apple, B is for fucking boobs. I don't remember the words. And then when he gets to E, or when she gets to E, she says, "What does E stand for?" And then he starts tearing up, like saying, "Don't do this." And then she starts screaming at him. It felt so melodramatic. And honestly, that is like the biggest issue with this show, is that some moments just feel melodramatic. It would have made a lot more sense if that dream sequence had her like flipping through like a little kid's book, and then she flips to E. And honestly, that might have been it, but they didn't have it on screen, so I couldn't tell. If it like zooms in as she flips to like E, and then it shows a picture of an elephant, which then looks like the monster, because like there is a reason it's called the Elephant Monster. There's a trunk of mutilated flesh on this person. It would have worked better if like it flips to E, and then like there's then flashes between the Elephant Monster and the childish picture of the elephant, and then he's like, "Please put that away, I don't want to do this." And then she starts to insert it. Instead of screaming at him, just starts saying like, "What's E stand for? What's E stand for?" And then as it gets more disorientating with everything going on and the flipping back and forth between the images of the elephants, then she can get more shouty, because by this point it's clear that it's not reality and it's all just like a stress dream. I feel like that would have made the whole sequence make it a bit more sense, instead of coming across as so melodramatic, personally. Obviously, all of this shit is personal preference. So I'm not going to act like I'm an end-all be-all for everything in this. But this is just purely my advice to the writers, even though they're not going to see this. It's my advice to the writers about how to make their show better and improve upon what they've already made, because they have good shit, as I talked about. They have some very solid moments and things like that, that even strike the emotional chord that my brain has, like, constructed over the years. I'm stealing your bike. Like, it struck the emotional chord. Like, that's how well the acting was. It struck the emotional chord in my mind that was like, you should be feeling bad for these people. But it was purely because there wasn't enough setup that I didn't. So, there's very good moments in this show. And I hope to God these writers do improve over time, just as the actors got more comfortable in their fold. I do hope that the writers do as well find their foothold in this show and manage to iron out the flaws in their writing, because they have a lot of potential as writers. I can see them doing great things, so I'm going to keep sticking with the show. I can't say I recommend it because it's not really an experience, but if you want to give it a shot, go right ahead. Give the show some credence so that it can get more seasons, so that the writers can have more fucking credit on their work, so they can get more work and improve their craft. I'm going to stick with the show because I want to see where it goes. I want to see how it improves, because I genuinely see that this can improve. The only thing that I really hope that doesn't happen with this show, I fucking hope that the writers don't go on social media and say, my writing's just too smart for you critics to understand. Because holy shit, we need that a lot less in this world. Like, holy fuck, the amount of pride in
What can I get for you?
so many shit writers nowadays.
Coffee,
I really hope that they, and with the passion in their show, I do think that they are going to show some humility and, like, take the criticism in stride if there is any. Apparently, a lot of people are saying the show's great. I wasn't expecting that. So, you know, it honestly might just be a me thing criticizing the show. I wasn't expecting so much love to be shown so early. Maybe it's because it's just Markiplier fans watching it. I don't know. One spunky monkey.
Pass on the coffee. I'll have a spunky monkey instead.
Everyone listen up. This is a fucking robbery.
Hey, Edna Mode.
Behind the counter? Yeah, you. Shut the fuck up. Put your hands up where I can see them. Rest of you, stay where you are.
Somebody likes being the center of attention.
What part of keeping your fucking mouth shut did you not understand? How about you go first? Hand over your wallet. Nice and easy.
Where are your stars and stripes?
The fuck you talking about?
The army jackets 6th Streeters are always wearing. You know, crew cuts going around with EMP nades, protecting people from the big bad gangs. Surely you must be with them, if you're doing a stick-up on their turf. No gang would be stupid enough to just waltz in here with guns blazing.
Hey, boss, I think I saw one of them by the window. Could have heard shots.
Probably heard you, too. Remember, they're trained to detect any kind of disturbance.
I told you we should have gotten the coast view. Quick, you gawk piece of shit.
That works.
For years, nobody touches this place, and now this? Where's 6th Street when you need them? Thank God you were here. Order whatever you want. It's on the house.
I'll take a drink.
I could use a drink.
What can I get for you? Something hot. Cold.
That was a nice little, like, sequence. I like that little side mission. Stamina, please. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'll be a cunt. It's on the house, huh? One of everything, please. Actually, no. Just fuck it. Your entire stock. I'm not taking one of everything. I'm taking your entire stock. I'm trying to think of anything else I want to talk about the show, but I think I pretty much said my 2 cents on everything. If I do have to say, though, I do want to make a quick prediction. And that's when the like proper marketing gets handed out to everything for the show and everything. I do want to say a prediction. There's going to be a subset of people that is going to say this show is dog shit and fight to their dying breath saying this, citing like the reasons I already talked about, things like that, other things, and being fucking cunts about it. And then they're gonna have to fight off Markiplier's crew who thinks that this is the best show ever just because Markiplier's in it. I cannot wait to see that happen, because it's going to happen eventually. I'm sure there's gonna be someone who says it, and then Markiplier fans, they are fucking bloodthirsty for anyone who tries to shit on them. They really are. And honestly, I can kind of understand it, because, I mean, honestly, I had a bias for the show, too. I wanted to check it out because Markiplier was starring in it. Would you cosplay as Freddy? Freddy Fazbear? Absolutely. I'm going to have the popcorn when that happens, because I can't fucking wait. It's going to be fucking funny. Alright, is there anything else? Yeah, we got 2 more gigs. Alright, I'll go to this one. Oh, I have a thing. I suppose I'll do cool. And then I'll go do intelligence. Hit you with that. Perfect. Yeah, I don't think I actually have anything else to say. Wow, we're at 2 hours. Wow, I spent a while talking about that show. Alright. We'll go grab the stuff and they'll end the stream here so that I can then get back to work. I just wanted to... This stream was literally just an outlet for me to talk about that show, because there was just so many thoughts about it, as you could fucking tell. About like how it could be improved and things like that. And I just wanted to say it before so many people started to say so many different things about the show, because I can imagine this show might get polarizing just because it's a good show, it's just not the greatest. But maybe it won't get polarizing. Maybe people are gonna actually be supportive of the show, because so far that's what I've seen. People have been actually pretty goddamn supportive of the show, and that's impressive to me. People are usually so fucking critical for no reason. Fingers crossed. Sorry! I'm not that sorry.
Yo, V, check it. There's a site on the net out to smear the mayor. Well then. Oh, well, acting there. Because, you know, he's up for re-election or whatever. Yeah, politics, am I right? Mudslinging never stops. Not for a minute. Anyhow, my client wants that site sucked into the cold vacuum of cyberspace. Scan the brief if you need more info.
Can I grab him, please? Thank you. Thank you. I think you have a bit of cyberpunk in your yapping stream. What can I say, bro? Alright. But now I will focus on cyberpunk, don't you worry. 55. C1. Ah, shit. Perfect. I got a message? Take part in a clash of musical universes live on Earth. Only happens once every million years. Mr. Kipper and Private Press are set. What the fuck? Can't wait. Please do not reply. Alright. Fucker's down there. No, not that. That's a person. Okay, so that's the front, and then we're in the back. Oh, there's a turret here. Perfect.
Got someone on your tail.
Okay, they identified the body.
What was that?
Hey, Rain.
I'd start running if I was you.
Nobody. Edge of Sleep. Yes. What show were you talking about? Oh, Edge of Sleep. Yes, yes, yes. It's in the title. I tried to be good about like giving spoiler warning and stuff because you know the show just came out. Oh god, there are people. Oh fuck, okay, there's way more people than I thought.
What was that?
At least that's over with. Feel you breathing down my neck.
Okay, some of them are stopping the... are not giving a fuck anymore.
Fuck it. What was that?
Hello.
We'll find you, asshole.
Another bot. God damn it, man.
What was that? Huh?
What the?
Fun fact. According to traditional Christian doctrine, you are going to burn in hell.
Fucking love this guy, man.
Error. Premature discharge. I'm sorry. This never happens.
What the?
Huh?
Just dump the body in here, you'll be fine. Okay. I hope to God the game doesn't play. Alright, so then... BD... 55. Well, fuck, that doesn't work. Alright, so then 55, 55. C1, 7A, BD. C1, 7A. C1. Fuck. 55, 55. C1. Are those literally all the 7As? You gotta be shitting me. Alright, let's try this again. C1. No, because 7A, it's all just... C1, C1, 7A. Genuinely no fucking idea. Fuck. God damn it. Alright. Careful. Okay, cool. You won't see me. Alright, so... BD... BD... Those are all BDs! Fine then, C1... 55, E9. You gotta be fucking shitting me. BD, BD, E9 55. We got it. We're just that skillful.
Well, Choom, from the looks of your little butte, still got a lot. Well, your mom's in better shape than this.
The hell? Heard something.
Whew. Alright. My ads are about to start again. Are you fucking serious? There we go. Hello. Where are you facing? Oh no, that's a turret. Okay. That's fine. Okay. Glad he doesn't seem to give a fuck about me. Jesus Christ. What do we have? 55. C1, 55, 7A. PD. Think I could kill him? You guys believe I could kill him? I don't know, I might be able to.
Huh? Something ain't right.
Ow! What the fuck? Alright, fine, dick. It's just somewhere around here. Oh, that must be it. Okay. Against in 30 seconds.
To the wall and another rises up in the polls. Politics is fucking.
Sorry, Johnny, but I don't have time for your little anarchist revolution.
Yeah? Well, it'd be easier than slicing heads off a fucking Hydra. One more reason this city could use another nuke.
Okay. Just keep removing. Okay, we're good. Keep her schmoving.
Hey, think your sister will give me another chance?
Ask her yourself.
You did it, V. Just got word that virus is blazing toward the servers like a fucking asteroid. Prim work. Thanks. Closing the gate.
Sweet, another level up. go take care of this mission. We can take a pit stop by the Ripper dock. Because I think I leveled up more to get more shit. Coming through. Excuse me. Apologies. Don't tell me that was an officer. God damn it! It was a mistake! Oh shit. Hello, officer.
Suspect's vehicle has been located. Details have been sent. All units, suspect has evaded patrols. Resume search immediately.
Oh fuck, it's all a highway. Oh wait, no, there's a way off down here.
Code 0. I repeat, code 0 in this
Sweet.
area. All units resume normal duties.
What is this shantytown? Okay, this is a little bit worse than a shantytown. Jesus.
Who else wants a shot at home? I can't hear you! Listen up! Gunner wants y'all to have a good time. A good fucking time.
What the fuck?
Oh, we got a prize for the winner.
Okay.
Well, who else wants to try their luck?
Y'all peaceful?
The hell you want?
That a trick question? This is a party, right?
Invitation only. For those who bleed red, white, and blue. So fuck off.
I mean, we all do. I mean, it's our blood cells. Red, white, and blue blood cells.
Chill. Just wanted to have a good time. Drink a beer, smoke.
This look like a fucking neighborhood picnic to you?
Chum, you are a little tense. Something wrong? Problems at home?
Oh, you're a jokester, huh? You looking for a good laugh? Yeah, we all want a good laugh, Walker. Such a nice day, everyone having a good time. Like a little 4th of July. Be ashamed to tell Gunner someone fucked it up, you know? Yeah, I know. Fine. That's my tune. Go drink, enjoy yourself. Celebrate that decent score of yours.
You got some kind of competition going on?
Yeah. Lead spitting kind.
I want in.
Shit out of luck. We're about to call it.
What? You scared I'd leave you all in the dust?
Do you know who you're fucking talking to? I've been deployed 3 times. 3!
I can't go, I bleed green.
Easy, Walker. What'd I say, huh? We're just here to have a good time. You got something to prove, be our guest. It'll be fun.
And the rules of the game.
Now, this ain't your average shooting match. You gotta have a good eye, but an even stronger head.
Because?
Because we all drink around before each shot. To Gunner, the new boss in town.
Like the sound of that. Anything else I should know?
4 stations. You shoot at the targets with Holt's face in the time limit. More bootlickers you pop, the better. High score so far belongs to Walker. 43 points. You beat him, prize is yours.
Bet.
Let's shoot the shit out of Holt.
Just as I thought. You look to me like a show-off. Let's see what you got. Take this revolver. Use it if you want your shots to count. We're testing skill, not tech here. Go ahead to the first station. We'll start whenever you're ready. Break a leg.
Alright, okay. Fuck! Okay, no, hold on. Get on top of the thing.
Well, come on, drink.
Alright, let's do this.
Ugh. 12 seconds, go!
No. Just don't go past the line when shooting. Automatic disqualification.
Stop! Time's up! Next station!
Damn it, okay.
Hey, vodka first. Then you blast hole the new one.
Okay. So it's all
I'm
those.
telling you, man. The breeze, whoosh, threw it all off.
Oh, the hell is this? Rubbing
Who
alcohol?
cares? Shoot! You got 12 seconds. You cross that line and shoot, you're out of the game.
But I said my finger slipped.
You had your chance, Rudy.
Oh, fucking fair.
And stop.
Ah, I missed another one. Oh, this is so annoying. Because they don't disappear fast enough. It's fine. As long as I hit perfect scores for the next few.
Down the hatch, to Gunner. You got 12 seconds. Go, go, go.
Hey, toe that line. We don't like cheaters here.
Stop, last station.
Okay, 11. Cool. Oh! Hey, how's it going? Oh, fuck! It's fine.
Arguing with you's pointless. You started it.
Oh, hello. Yoink. Mine.
One more round. Drake.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Ugh, so warm.
What else would it be in this heat? Shoot! 12 seconds.
Don't forget the line. One toe over and you're gone.
Time's up. That's it. Go check.
44! Whew. I beat his score by 1. Oh my god. Ow! Fuck. I may still be a little drunk.
Now let's see. First place by a landslide.
It was
Here.
1.
Won it fair and square. The hell? Not fucking possible. Not gonna lie, I'm impressed. You know, 6th Street could use a few more shooters like you. I'm sure Gunner'd like to meet you. Take you under his wing, probably.
Flattered, really, but I gotta say no. Not for me.
Understood. We had a little fun today. Drank together. But I see you on the street later, it won't make no difference. You're either with us or against us.
I'll keep that in mind.
And for the winner, with Gunners, congratulations.
Woohoo! N-U-S-A!
And now, let's drink! 6th Street! 6th Street!
Cheers! I am going to beat the shit out of all of you if I ever see you on the street. that's right. I also have stuff. Let's go cool. Honestly, the recharge speed, it's not bad. Reduce cooldown of all cyberware if... Wait. For all cyberware, if all available cyberware slots are filled. Duration of all cyberware effects. That one's actually kind of nice. Incoming damage of all... Ooh. Ooh! I'll take that one. Uh-oh. It's fine. The fuck did I do? What the hell? Like, I know you said what you said, but you were surrounding my fucking car. Get out of here, you dick weasel. What's the name of the weapon? Let me check. Inventory. Divided we stand. Oh, classic America. Careful. It's fine. Alright, I'm coming for you. Just you wait. Whoa, it's fine. We're okay. Up here. Oh yeah, I remember this bridge. Right from the intro. Well, intro. The post-intro intro? I don't know. Oh! What is up, hombre? David's jacket? Oh. That's so sad and so sweet all at the same time. Alright, let's go take a pit stop next to a river dock. Damn it, I was hoping I could drive off the side of the dam. Damn it, literally.
Hey.
Shut the fuck up. Oh! It's fine. God, I got some fucking bouncy ass suspension. God damn it. Careful. Careful. Yoink. Yoink. No, not stash. Yo, what's up?
Need some Ripper work done.
Uh-huh. Let's have a look then, shall we?
Alright, actually, hold on.
Was it really worth it?
My backpack first. Whoops. That's not the button I meant to push. We're gonna disassemble some of these. I can't disassemble that because, you know, I'm wielding it. It's fine. Submachine gun. Sniper rifle. Alright, so we have a bunch of these. I can put this away. I have it suppressed. Nah. I can put it away. Smart assault rifle.
I've got no regrets. There's no shame in wanting.
I'll put up my stash. Alright, we're gonna put away this pistol. Yes, put that pistol away, please. Oh, it's smart, too! Ooh, I might actually use this. Headshot damage modifier. This is a slightly quicker lock-on set. Poison chance. I might stick with the damage. Although this does do more damage. Quicker attack speed, too. Quicker reload. Quicker effective, or better effective range. Just worse weapon handling. Honestly? Oh, that depends. Does the poison kill people? Or does it knock them out like the fire?
Are you happy with the autonomous shooting function? Please jump to confirm.
Hey, don't start, all right? What if I'm not the one who's gone? Maybe the world's gone.
Bro just wanted me to jump. He can't even tell. Alright, now we're doing this. Alright. Upgrade you. Upgrade you. Yeah, so you're the only one I literally can't do. We are close, though. We're almost done to get all these to tier 4. I'm gonna start off with the small shit, though. Fire, electric, poison, and bleed are all non-lethal. Ooh, okay. It's good to know. And then tier 3. This doesn't increase my armor. Armor effectiveness, no. Okay. It does increase my armor. Let's take a look at these, though. What? I apparently can't equip it. Okay. Melee damage, no. Ooh, minus all stamina costs. That's actually really nice. I'll take that. What other do we have? My hands. Ricochet. Throwable weapon. Better target lock. Oh no, that's what I currently have. Okay. I'll just do this. Melee attack speed, movement speed, that's what I currently have. Stamina cost for shooting. Blood pump. Extra health. We'll go for that. Alright. 20, 30. Legs, hands. Ooh. We'll increase you. And you're at 6. Alright, cool. God, that feels fucking good. Thank you, my good man. Appreciate you. Alright, I think that's when we're going to end the stream here. Alright, that was a Gorilla stream. As I said, don't plan on any streams other than Wednesday from now on for the rest of the month because I am fucking behind on work. I just wanted to do this really quick to update you guys. So, have a great rest of your day, you fucks. So yeah. Basically 2 more streams in October. Maybe I might do some more Gorilla streams, but like, this is it so far. The only streams that I have planned is the 23rd and 30th. Just whatever happens. Like, it might be more Cyberpunk. It might be TF2, so I can do some contracts and get that finished before October's over. Who the fuck knows? But for the most part, I'm pretty much going to be silent. I'm still uploading all the VODs for Elden Ring, so I'm still working on that, but my main focus is currently on Project Skull. So, have a great rest of your day, you fucks. Don't die. All that shit. See ya.